Already 1 year has passed since I took you bean throwing with the sumo stars, video link above, and 10,000 strong crowds flocked to see Hakuho. Here's the same temple today, silent but for the muffled sounds of piped chanting and odd words from weary stall vendors hemmed in by piles of unsold stock. Last year, some boys from Tamanoi, the nearest sumo stable, joined Hakuho on the platform to lap up local adulation. Today, these boys merely trained, leaving the doors wide open in the hope that ventilation prevents the next virus outbreak. After a week off to gather post-tournament thoughts, hail strengths, and lament weaknesses, our sumo heroes have returned to training with their sights set firmly on the March tournament, now confirmed for Tokyo instead of Osaka. In the repeated absence of our yokozuna, attention has inevitably fallen on our 3 ozeki, and on Shodai in particular. If you've seen the piece in the link above, you'll know that his master, Tokitsukaze, is on his way out of sumo, with journalists now trying to gauge the effect on his stable. Even if the master leaves, I don't think the atmosphere will change, was Shodai's defiant stance. Collectively, we did really well in January, and to keep that momentum going, lots of us are even doing extra conditioning work outside the ring. The master's uncertain situation aside, things are flowing in the right direction. Asked what he thought of the master's plight, he replied, "It's a real shame." After the last tournament, he gathered all of us in the main dormitory, explained everything in detail, and apologized for what he'd done. He said he was now awaiting his fate, and we just have to go with whatever the Sumo Association decides. Whatever the result, I have to make the best of the situation. We understand that at present, Coach Magaki, the former Tosayutaka, is in line to take over the stable reins. At this time of year, Shodai is extra sensitive to the sudden disappearance of a presence close to him. January 31st was the 4th anniversary of the lymphoma-caused death of this man, who lots of you will remember. The previous Coach Magaki, Mongolian Komusubi Tokitenku. Coming from the same university and having served as his attendant, Shodai was as close to this man as anyone. The experience of practicing with him continues to live on through my sumo now, he recalled with a heavy heart. He was strict on me, I can tell you, and at the time I just thought he was a nitpicker. But now I've reached salaried level, I'm like, so that's what he meant. Those of us who learned from him, myself included, when we watched him battle that disease, naturally we strove to get good results for him. Right now, I'll try not to go Kadoban again next time. It's a horrible experience, but one that will serve me well in future. Kadoban, in danger of demotion. Isn't that the ozeki word of the moment? Asanoyama also faced that situation last time, and escaped with the same score as Shodai, but he's still not happy. At my rank, you have to be aiming for the title, he said after training today. When my Gashira keep taking the Emperor's Cup, the rankings chart starts to lose its meaning. If I'm the highest ranked guy involved, I have to be in the running. I have to deliver results. Saddened not to return to Osaka, the scene of his ozeki promotion last year, he said, "What I can't do there this time, I want to make up for in the Kokugikan, delighting the fans through fighting like the real me." Taking advantage of the relaxed rules on wrestlers going out, Asanoyama has enjoyed his week off, sampling the ramen and grilled meat delights of his Ryogoku neighborhood, with the odd online movie thrown in between. And of course, Takakeisho currently finds himself Kadoban after just 2 wins in January. My left ankle is still not perfect, so I want to limit my training to the basics right now, he said today of the body part he has so often injured. Asked why his pushing game seemed off even before the injury, he said, "I lose because I'm still not strong enough. There are still some areas where I need to be stronger. if I had the requisite ability, I'd be winning. On the topic of the Osaka meet, the stage for his first ozeki promotion in 2019, being moved to Tokyo, he said, "Osaka means a lot to me, and it's a shame not to be there. But look, whichever city you're in, once you're on that dohyo, it's the same. You've got to do your best, no matter what." Pressed on whether he would be shedding some pounds, he replied open-endedly, "I'll go with whatever I find convincing." No bean throwing for any of these three ozeki today, unlike last year. I won't lie, it felt lonely under those rain-shedding apocalyptic skies, with these magical scenes still rather fresh in the mind. Today, I could even stand where Hakuho stood, while thinking, please let those days come back.